Right, so Israel has reached the point where it thinks it can dictate the terms of Lebanon's survival, and it's doing it openly now, without even pretending the threat is conditional. Extremist Defense Minister Israel Katz stands in the Knesset and says Hezbollah must disarm by the end of the year, or Israel will work forcefully again in Lebanon. And he ties that threat to the assassination they've just carried out in Beirut's southern suburb, as if that killing is an argument rather than a violation. Then Egypt arrives in Beirut using a tone Lebanese officials described as threatening, warning that a massive bombing campaign and a ground invasion may be imminent unless Lebanon complies. And in the middle of that pressure, Lebanon's own Prime Minister turns his criticism not on Israel, all over this, but on Hezbollah for failing to disarm, having failed to be a deterrent. If Lebanon's own leadership is determined to punch inwards, therefore, who can possibly come to Lebanon's rescue? Well, as it happens, there's a twist in this tale, because Saudi Arabia, the financier Israel is banking on to pay for all of this, while Israel and the US get to call all the shots, has quietly signalled it has no intention of paying for a political order built without it. Perhaps saviour is too strong a word for them, therefore, but if the outcome is the same, does it really matter? Right, so let's walk through this properly, because the stories coming out of Lebanon, Israel and the Gulf aren't separate threads here. They're the same crisis coming from different angles. And the thing you realise once you put them next to each other is that the region's centre of gravity is shifting underneath Israel right as it tries to force a deadline on Lebanon. And Israel knows exactly what it is doing with that deadline, because you don't stand up in your parliament, point to an assassination you've carried out in the capital city of a neighbouring country, call it proof of your intent, and then stick a date on the table unless you're preparing the ground for escalation. That's the point. Israel Katz isn't improvising. He's announcing a timetable and pretending it's a condition. Israel needs more war once more. He's saying Hezbollah must disarm by the end of 2025, and he's saying it in the tone of someone who believes he's setting the pace. And he's using the killing of a Hezbollah official in Beirut's southern suburb as if that assassination is some form of political leverage here. Which it is, because it's not a secret strike anymore, is it? It's a political message dressed up as enforcement. Israel is treating that kill as evidence that they're already operating inside Lebanon, even in what is supposed to be a post-ceasefire environment, which tells you straight away that the ceasefire's only function, as far as Israel is concerned, was to create the appearance of a diplomatic backdrop that they can violate at will, and they absolutely have.